spreading bullshit, whatever the cost. But the translation's been lost. Welcome to an especially lit episode of Translation Lost.
What's up, everybody? So I blew out the microphone. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
A thing happened.
A thing happened, man. Things got wild.
Things got wild in Ballin.
So here's the crack, right?
Yeah, Dara will fill you in.
Yeah. So basically, right, I got here. Well, no, not even got here. I was in work. I got a message from Brian. Originally, he's like, "Yo, having this like family thing for my granny's birthday. We're going to a Chinese food place. Will you meet us there after?" I was like, "Yeah, no hassle at all. 6:30," he said. And then I got a text from him today saying, "Oh, actually, man, you might be as well off just going home. We'll pick you up from there around 7:15." I'm like, "All right." Then 7:10. Up rolls Brian, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, so like my entire extended family is at my house right now, and they're just session like fucking moths.
So we're going nuts. We're going nuts.
Yeah, so we came back here. Your mother had not arrived with the keys, but everyone else had. So we were all just waiting outside of your gaff for your ma to show up. I had a ukulele with me because I brought ukulele to work today. Played a little bit of ukulele just in the garden.
Check out Dara's SoundCloud.
Oh, yeah.
At Dara Eaton on SoundCloud, I assume.
All my shit is just Dara Eaton, man. So it's a unique name.
Yeah, you did. You got in there.
I did get in there.
Better than my name, so you know.
I don't know, Grant's pretty good.
Don't tell people my name.
People.
I don't want anyone to know my name. They're gonna house and kill me.
You can beep it out. If you care enough to look for it.
I'm not gonna fucking beep it out. It's too late now.
It's too late for everything, and that's kind of the point of this story is that we got carried away. Having a good time with Brian's folks and their, his cousins' folks and folks such as those.
Just
a bunch of folks were about the place.
It was a big family.
It was a very big family, and they are a rowdy bunch as well. So
a lot of fun.
Yeah, we ended up not watching a film.
Yeah.
So this is Translation Lost episode. Is it 11.5?
I can check right now, and this will be a precursor of the chillness of this episode.
Yeah,
it's like you're just gonna sit here and wait while I look this up. It is episode 11.5.
Yeah, that's what I see. You didn't even have to look that up. I was just right. 11.
I was right, but I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure that I was right.
You gotta have more faith in yourself.
Not everyone
Brian.
is
You
as
gotta have more faith.
as you, okay?
But yeah, so this evening we're just going to chill out for a bit. Ali's in the room. We've got our researcher Ali.
Our
the lovely Ali.
She does all the researcher of stuff. Ali, you want to say a word or two?
I am here and I'm reading stuff for my thesis.
Woo! Yeah, so
thesis work.
Yeah, thesis party up in here. Ali's just gonna be quietly working away.
I'm also kind of drunk.
So is Brian. Brian's fucked up.
Oh,
man.
What the fuck you doing? You want to just come on here and talk shit?
It's the truth.
It's the truth. All right.
And I downed like half a monster before we started. There's another half a monster here, and I've got like more than a half a pint of Coke.
I'm drinking a Monster right now. I'm drinking a Monster Ultra Red. I don't know when we became a Monster.
A podcast.
Review podcast.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Last week we taste tested Monster live, and now
we never plan it.
Yeah, no,
you were here, and it was like maybe we should go get some Monster, and just so we can keep going.
Yeah, because we for a while we still anticipated
we thought we were
watching
an entire film, which maybe we should talk about right now.
Yes, yeah, you can take the lead on that.
So the film we were going to do tonight, and the reason we didn't watch it because usually what we would do if we were really stuck for time, we would watch the movie and maybe pay more attention to the bits with action. Yeah. Just give that a bit more attention than everything else and use our time more sparingly. But I wanted to give... Dara keeps vaping on my face while I'm trying to talk. But
shrouding him in cloud.
Yeah. But... the movie that we're gonna do is so close to my heart.
and your I don't know, is that your main artery? He's got it like written on his arm in permanent marker.
I'm getting that tattoo. I'm gonna be getting that tattoo
in Japanese.
Yeah. The movie that we're gonna be doing is Shin Godzilla, which came out in 2016. It's the one directed by Hideki Anno. If anyone knows what that is, I am very excited for it. Sorry, Dara keeps motioning towards the microphone.
Yeah. That's my way of being like, you should speak into the microphone.
I feel like we should edit this bit out, but I'm not going to.
No, we're not going to.
even
No,
care.
no.
No. Because it's 11.5. We can
Exactly,
do whatever we
man.
want.
Yeah, this one doesn't even count. It's fine.
So we're going to be watching Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
And I am very excited for that.
Man, he bought the fucking Blu-ray. Like,
Yeah, I did.
He
I
went
did.
all out. Brian's mad.
I'm going
into
to buy
Godzilla.
it again for the English subtitles.
How much did you spend on that little, like, 11 centimeter Godzilla thing? How much was that? That you bought at Comic
the
Con?
11 centimeter. The 11 centimeter Ali got me as a present.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The big, actual, very articulated Godzilla figure, which is right there. We'll put a picture on Twitter.
Yeah.
We can put it on the Facebook too.
We'll
Why
put
not?
it on everything, man.
We'll
We'll
put
put
it on
it
everything.
on the internet. It'll be out there.
I was hanging out in Comic Con 2 years ago,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh man, I want to buy some stuff. And it was the first time I bought a Gundam.
Oh, yeah, and you're mad into that shit now.
I love that shit now. I do that all the time. I have a bunch of Gundam figures. But I had like a budget for the day because I was a teenager.
And
I
because
only
you're
had
at Comic
a certain
Con
amount
where.
of money.
Yeah, okay, we'll get back to that in a second.
I only had a certain amount of money, and I spent €80 of it on one figure of Godzilla because I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
See, I can't really
We'll
judge.
post a picture
yeah.
of it.
I
it's,
can't-
it's fucking brilliant.
I can't really judge that much, right? Because, well, no, I don't know. Maybe, no, this feels
Excuse
more.
me,
Look,
Mr. Batman neon sign.
yeah, but this is the thing. I feel like this is a little bit more justifiable, right? Because I first of all, it cost €10 less than
Yeah.
that figurine, right? So I bought a neon Batman symbol that hangs on your wall. It's decently big as well. It was £70. I bought that at Comic Con one year. It was my birthday. Comic Con falls around my birthday every year, thankfully enough.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to invest in this. I still have it. And not only did I buy it, first of all, it's got a remote, right? And you can like set it to like my favorite setting, and I'll keep it on this. Oh, sorry, I bashed the mic. I keep it on this
no, it's
setting
fine.
constantly. It just fades in and out of different colors.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
nice
I was
mood
there,
lighting.
We were hanging out in your
Yeah,
house. And
yeah.
It was doing it. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was-
it's dope.
it's really cool.
but-
And it's
the
even
even
you finish it.
Yeah, the even better part of it is that I happened to buy it on the day that I was gonna meet Kevin fucking Conroy. So I waited in line to meet Kevin Conroy, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. And then right before I went up, well, I was with my mum and my little brother Harry and my sister and stuff. Shout out to my fam. It's right before we went up. The person who left before us left their phone on the table, and Kevin Conroy like noticed and picked up the phone and like ran like around the security people. And he's like a big dude. He's maybe like 6'5".
Yeah.
And he just like barreled through the security people out into the open floor of Comic-Con and just ran across and gave someone their phone and then strolled back and was like,
What a
sorry
dude."
about the hold up there. And we were like, oh, no problem, you incredibly sound legend. And we
Yeah,
stepped
what a cool
forward,
dude.
and man, I've never been so fucking starstruck in my whole life. I couldn't say a word. I
Yeah.
couldn't say anything. And I was like holding this neon Batman sign, and my mum's like, Derry, will you sign that for him? And I was like, oh my god. And I like handed it, and he was like, yeah, of course. And he signs Kevin Conroy on the back of it. And then my mum is like, oh, it's Dara's birthday today. And Kevin Conroy looks at me and goes, oh, happy birthday, Dara. And I was like, oh my god, Batman just said happy birthday to me. And it was the most incredible thing. So that was worth the £70.
All right.
Right? You just got a fucking action figure. Motherfucker.
I have the saddest Comic-Con story.
Oh shit.
Legitimately. Oh, so sorry if there's background noise. There's people in my house.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't-
The party doesn't stop.
You're probably not
going
going to hear it because we did a sound check and Ali talked from where she is right now, and you couldn't hear that. So
Yeah, yeah.
you're probably not going to hear it.
Oh, that being said, Ali's got an incredibly petite little voice.
Yeah, she does talk very quiet.
Yeah.
Very
yeah,
quiet.
Yeah, that's why you like it so much.
So anyway, I have the
you can just drown her out.
Look. We're not here to talk about Ali right now. All right.
We're trying to pretend that she's not in our peripheral vision.
All right, she does some
Thanks.
research work for us every now and again, but she doesn't deserve this much of podcast time.
All right, when she's not here, we forget to look up the name of the director of the film that we're watching.
We do every time. So the saddest Comic-Con story is my own. So I just bought that Godzilla figure,
Oh shit. Okay.
and
It's tied in.
I had my Lewis and train money home.
Uh-huh.
That's all I had left. I couldn't even go get food, and I was starving. And we're standing around, and my friend is like, "Hey, I'm going to go see this guy." I think it was who's the guy who plays the blue guy in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker.
Yeah.
My friend's like,
Yondu.
"I'm gonna go see Michael Rooker," and I was like, "Good luck with
Niall,
that."
Is it the Power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to
to the
Niall.
Power.
Shout out to the Power. He's a
Hell of a dude.
fucking legend.
A1 dude. Yeah.
Really sound.
Yeah.
But he went to go see him, and I was left by myself
Hmm.
because
Oh, by
yeah.
myself.
So I was left by him myself, and I was walking around the artist alley.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little aside. Pretty sure a guy from a podcast that I listen to all the time sells his art in Dublin Comic Con
Oh shit.
like every year.
Wow, that's dope, man.
Didn't listen to that podcast back then,
Oh.
so I didn't know who he was.
That is a shame. That sucks.
Yeah. So I'm walking around, and this woman comes up to me and goes, "Hey, do you want to go get an autograph with that guy?" And it's, you know, that like section that they have out where all the people sign autographs and stuff.
Yeah.
There's one of those that's empty.
Yeah, that's always sad, isn't it? You're
With
looking
no
at them and you're
people,
like, yeah,
but
who the fuck are you,
The
man?
saddest
I don't
part
know.
is that the guy who was there he played the grandfather in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original movie, which is one of my favorite horror movies. And she was like, "Why don't you go get a picture and an autograph with him?" And I was like, "I don't have enough money, and I really want to." And she's like, "Oh, why don't you go though? Just spend your money on that." And I was like, "I can't." And she made me feel really bad.
Oh,
about it.
yeah, man, that's the
And
worst.
And I felt bad about it already because I didn't know he was going to be there.
Yeah, that's
And if I knew, like, I'd fucking get that immediately. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
It just, like, why would she make me? I
yeah,
was like,
no,
I don't
the-
have enough money. And
yeah,
she
they're
made me
they're
feel
cunts
bad.
like that, man. But like some people are. I find Comic Con's like. I wanted to get back to
Comic-Con
this
Dublin's
actually.
pretty good.
It is pretty good,
Yeah.
but you see the thing about
Lots of
Comic Con,
Gundams.
the thing about Comic Con in general is like it is like a celebration or whatever, and getting to dress
Yeah.
up is cool and see other people dressed up, and you get to meet cool people who are into the same things as you are. But primarily, it's like let's set up this gigantic comic shop
Yeah.
for a day. You know, this pop culture shop, like just like we'll fill the convention center in Dublin with 3 separate stories of pop culture references and memorabilia, and people will just flood in and pay way too much money for it. And that's what it is, and that's fine because you know what? I fucking love it, man.
The big problem. I'm about to hit you with the big problem.
Oh,
here.
the big problem.
The big problem is you're walking around, and you've got to your like 8th Deadpool cosplay.
Oh yeah,
your
man.
17th
Yeah.
Joker cosplay.
You've already seen
your
2 Deadpools in
15th
nappies.
Your
you know?
15th Harley Quinn cosplay.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, "Hey man, leave me alone. You're not original." If you're gonna go to Comic-Con next year, and I've been drinking a bit. I'm gonna throw some shade on this podcast.
Here we go.
If you're going to Comic-Con next year and you're like, "I'm going to dress as the Joker," or "I'm going to dress as Deadpool," or "I'm going to dress as Harley Quinn," somebody already had that idea. Just maybe
you know.
just think of something else. There's tons of other characters.
I like the originality. I like when people kind of make an effort or whatever. But that being
My friend
said,
went as Goku.
Yeah.
Which,
The power went.
to me-
I was there. I saw
to
him
me-
there. He was dope. To be fair, he looked unreal.
That's like, oh, you're just looking to get him a good bucks
Yeah.
with that Goku cosplay.
You're rubbing me up the right way. the
We're gonna
power.
do a Dragon Ball movie on this
Oh, yeah?
podcast. Yeah, for sure.
We should do that fucking god awful live action one that I watched when I
No,
was like 7 years
no.
old.
That one doesn't exist.
What are you even talking about
And
right now, Dara?
Pretty soon you'll know why.
Okay.
Little
Interesting.
sizzle,
Little sizzle. What's it called? Fucking yeah. Man, you see, I you know, I understand what you're saying, but I'm also kind of like, look, man, if you want to dress as whatever the fuck, you can dress as whatever the fuck. Because I would love to go to.
I'm not.
Of course, I know you're not. I know
If you're
not,
going
yeah.
there dressed as Joker, dressed as Deadpool, dressed as Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
more power to you. Have
Yeah.
as much fun as you want.
Yeah.
But
you
I'm
see-
not going to get my picture with you
But
because
see,
I've
some-
seen 4 other before you,
But-
and they're all doing their Heath Ledger impersonation.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
And I
if they
don't care.
If you mix it up, man, if you try to make it unique, because like I love dressing like the Joker, primarily because I have a Joker-shaped face. I was,
Yeah, you do.
yeah. I was born, and I also have
You're-
a
you're
Joker
a-
laugh. I have a manic cackle.
You're a Mark
Hamill.
Hamill. I forgot his name for a second. You're a Mark Hamill Joker. Like
Oh,
I can see it.
thank you. That's a delightful thing to say.
Yeah,
I love
I can
that.
see
Thank
it.
you. Yeah, no, I do. I was built to fall in love with these characters because I look like the Joker, and I've got that a horrible laugh. My well, it's not like I think it's pretty piercing. But a girl in my acting college, like 2 years ago, used to say that my laugh was the darkness inside of me trying to escape. Yeah.
Yo, this Monster Red tastes like shit.
Is that so? I'm about to find out for myself.
Yeah, try it. It tastes terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, that's rough. And I have
No.
a whole like
It's not awful, but it's
tankard
not,
full of it.
it's not great. No, I've had better Monster than that, without a doubt.
Pass it over to
Ali's.
Ali here.
Let's
She's
get
gonna try it.
Ali's
What's
perspective
Ali's-
on it.
What's Ali's opinion? on
How
it?
does
Let's
Ali
find out.
feel?
Tastes like shit.
Say it louder.
Tastes like shit.
Say it louder.
Tastes like shit.
Say it louder.
That's
She said it tastes like shit.
I-
Fuck's sake. Her and her
Jesus
teeny little
fucking
voice.
Christ.
I'm just trying to fuck with the podcast.
Yeah, you're doing a great job, Ali.
I don't. That didn't
That
show
didn't
up.
even
That
show
didn't
up.
even show up.
You're so dainty
Yeah.
in your voice, man.
All right,
It's
so Ali's
insane.
gone.
Yeah, that's it.
Ali's
Ali's
not-
done.
that's
You've
that's
lost
her
your
contribution.
You've lost your reference privileges.
We've
I
only
know,
got
we'll call
13
back.
subscribers. We can't afford to fuck around with this sound shit.
Yeah.
I think we absolutely can afford to fuck around. We've only
Yeah,
got 13
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not like we've
Um,
got anything really to lose.
Apologies again
For like,
for no movie talk.
yeah, for the loose structure.
I think we need to just reiterate this a bit.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the movie. We're still going to do bullshit. We're still going to do emails.
yeah.
But we're going to talk. And what that brings me into, let's get back on track with the podcast.
Okay.
Dara, how was your week?
Ah, yes, that's right. We asked
Yeah,
that.
hit me with that week.
So it was a good week. I moved into a new house in Carlow Town. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's good. I've got like 3 roommates. I've met one of them.
That's good.
It's very good.
That's
yeah,
good,
I think
yeah.
it's good.
That
I
means
like that
they're
they all.
not-
Yeah, they all keep to themselves. And the one guy I met, I was like,
Which is not like a fuck you. You need to be quiet. It's
Yeah.
like a that's really cool that like I haven't noticed you.
yeah.
You know, like yeah.
And
for
when
sure.
I said it, when I was, he was like, oh yeah, there's 2 guys living upstairs as well. He was like, oh, it's David and he's like,
blah blah blah.
and I'm like,
We don't need to
and I'm
say
yeah,
names
yeah.
here,
Oh,
yeah.
no, these aren't their real names.
But he didn't remember.
But
the
he
name.
didn't remember the name,
Yeah.
and I knew the name because the landlord had told me. So that goes to show, and I like that, man. I was hoping because it's just outside of town. It's like a 10-minute walk into town for me, to and from work. I can just commute to college the 3 days that I'm in Dublin. You know.
You walked your work you walked from your work to your house today, in the time it took for us to finish our meal and come get you.
Exactly. Yeah. And I had a shower.
Like
Yeah.
we finished our meal at about 6.
Yeah. So
Or
like,
maybe a little bit after 6, but like
yeah.
yeah.
I finished
really
work at
close to your
6,
work.
made it home. Yeah, like it's savage, man, and yeah, it's just dope as fuck. Oh, Ali's falling asleep. Yeah, no, it was unreal. It is unreal. The only thing is, as a result of moving into a new gaff, I am so skint. I've got so little money for someone who works 4 days a week.
Yeah, but you're gonna get your next payday and it's gonna be fine. You know.
Yeah,
It's-
no, for sure. That's the beauty of I get paid weekly. Thank God, because if I
and
didn't,
once we get the ad revenue.
oh,
Oh wait, no, they changed that.
Oh,
they
yeah.
changed that,
Yeah.
so we're not. Yeah.
yeah, it's all
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we were never gonna get any money from that anyway.
No, we could have if we got that ad thing going early enough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we started before that whole thing happened, where you need 1,000.
Oh yeah, you've mentioned this in passing, but I don't really know anything
to
about
this
it.
right now, and you're enjoying what you're hearing, and you've enjoyed what you've been hearing for the last 11 episodes. Because we're going to keep doing this for a while. We've been doing 11 episodes.
11.5 episodes.
Tell some friends.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah.
We're Translation Lost Podcast.
Oh, fuck.
We watch movies.
Usually.
Yeah, usually. We watch movies in other languages without subtitles. So far, it's been mostly Japanese. We were going to do Bollywood, but we saw that the average Bollywood movie...
It's very thinky, it's very talky.
No, it's not thinky.
What do you... Oh!
Not most of them.
Oh!
They're all actiony.
Ali's supposed to be the counter... You were supposed to chime in if we got racist, Ali, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm not being racist. No, I'm not being racist.
I am the racist one.
The ones that we're looking at...
The racist
The ones that we're looking at are singy and actiony, but they're 3 hours long.
Yeah.
And we have to watch the movie the same day that we record because of our schedules.
Yeah.
So that's why we're not doing a movie tonight, because our schedules didn't allow for it.
Yeah. So fuck it.
Well, no, not your schedule allowed for it entirely, but mine did.
Yeah, yours didn't.
Yeah.
Yours didn't. Which is
But we don't
perfectly
want
acceptable.
to leave a week without something.
Yeah.
You know,
to be fair,
so-
right, I would just like to stress, right, because you seemed pretty freaked out and panicked about it earlier. I had quite a good night just kicking it with your fam. I didn't really talk to any of them that much, but I had like brief chats with some people.
One
and
of
for the
them
most
really
part,
liked your ukulele playing.
oh yes, she did, which was very nice of her.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
crazy because I don't play ukulele.
So shout out to that unnamed family member.
Oh shit, I knew her name.
I know her name, but we can just say
Okay,
it's
we'll just
unnamed.
She was really nice.
Shout outs.
Shout outs. What's it called? Yeah, but I spent the majority of it just playing music, primarily.
Yeah.
Repeatedly trying to figure out a song I wrote earlier today.
It's a good song.
No,
it's on
thank you
Dara Eaton
so much.
SoundCloud. Dara Eaton on SoundCloud. It's a good song. Check it out.
Thank you. That's actually
I
another
do actually
thing.
really like it.
Thank
Like,
you so
yeah.
much, man. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. That's another thing I wanted to bring up about my week, because you remember you actually asked me about that. Okay, we've
keep going about your
mounted.
week. Yeah, sorry.
No,
sorry.
it's okay. No,
No,
I don't. The only other thing I really have to say is that I, as you know, I wrote and recorded a song in work today for the second time for frequent listeners. Because on Saturdays, if anyone listens to the show regularly, and the people who listen to the show regular probably just know me in real life and they know this anyway, but I work in a really quiet shop on Saturdays, and I'm there for 9 hours just by myself. So today I was like, well, I don't have data on my phone, so I was like, I'm gonna bring this ukulele with me that I stole from Austin's house.
Yeah.
And I wrote a song while I was in work. It took all day, and I got it by the end, by about 5:30. I had recorded like a rough version of it and uploaded it to SoundCloud. Yeah. So if people are out there and they're like, man, I'm just so busy, man, I just don't have time. You have time. You have time. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, man. You have time to do it. It's fine. And you feel so good after.
This is something I've been like struggling with a little bit.
Yeah.
Where you're working out, or you're going about your day schedule.
Yeah.
And you're like, I've got to like do something. I've got to do something. And you're just thinking, and
you spend so
you
much
have
time thinking, man.
You spend so much time thinking about how you don't have enough time to do stuff.
Yeah, man, for real.
Stop thinking about how you don't have enough time to do stuff and just start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's I've started writing a thing recently that I'm going to be doing in tandem to this podcast.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little sizzle, a little bit more sizzle.
Fucking sizzle.
I mentioned it last
week.
episode. I'm going to sizzle a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's taken a little bit of time because I want it to be perfect.
Yeah, but
you like just don't think about how you don't have enough time. Just do it. Like sit down at a fucking MS Word document.
Yeah, like
and just start typing.
Last week when
it's
we
gonna
did,
be shit, but you can edit it.
Last time we did the podcast, I talked about how I wrote a scene for a play while I was in work. You know. And I know, obviously, not everyone has one day a week where they work in a really quiet shop. But yeah, I have done nothing with it yet, to be fair. It's been 2 weeks. Give me a minute. Give me a fucking minute.
I'm kidding.
But yeah, no, like, so obviously not everyone has a job where one day a week they're in a really quiet shop and they can do whatever the fuck they want as long as the place is tidy.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I you know, I don't know. I recently started doing the things I love to do, and always, kicked myself for not giving myself time to do.
Yeah,
Like there was a
yeah.
period there. I'm happy to talk about this. There was a period there, over the okay. So actually, this will be an interesting. I should actually say what I mean to say. So on Thursday, we're going, all of us, to Human Music's gig.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to
we
Human
should
Music.
Shout that out.
Yeah,
Because,
they're opening for Milk Tit in Dublin, which is a band apparently. But yeah,
that's a band.
Yeah. Shout
guy
out
in
to
that
them as
band
well.
Used to be in a band that we gigged with back when.
Is that Amnesia or
yeah,
whatever?
he used to be in Amnesia
yeah.
back in
yeah.
the day. We gigged with Amnesia when we were Nuke the Whales.
Yeah.
I was only in Nuke the Whales for a little bit. I wasn't in it for the EP recording.
Yeah.
When we were there, we played with Amnesia. That guy is really good.
Yeah.
Not only is Human Music worth going to see in this gig, Milk Tit are probably going to be really good too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, with Human Music in particular, Human Music are our friends who you've definitely heard us mention, Finn, Austin, and Evan.
Haven't heard Evan. We haven't.
We
mentioned
might.
Evan.
I'm sure we've
I don't
mentioned
think
him
we've
in
mentioned
passing.
Evan.
Really, at all?
Yeah, no.
Evan's cool. I like Evan.
Evan's real cool.
Been talking to Evan a good bit these
Shout
days.
out to Evan.
Shout out to Evan. you know what's cool about Evan? Evan actually listens to this show.
Yeah,
A lot of our friends don't. Shout out to Evan.
He brings it up every so often, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
You
I mean,
listen
and
to
then
our
I start
show?
telling a story,
'Cause he
and
doesn't
everyone
talk
else
about
is
it.
blank
He
face, and
doesn't-
he's like, "Oh,
yeah.
this is the one from the podcast." I'm like,
Yeah,
"Evan, you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
legend!" Yeah,
He brought it up recently, and I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, yeah, I listen to it every week, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Evan's dope.
Because
So-
he never brings it like a
Man,
yeah.
So basically, but it's all original music that they do. But over the course of the last I'd say like up until about 3 or 4 months ago, for about a year, I was like crazy jealous of Finn and Austin and Evan, because they were all making incredible music, and I was
Really
so
good.
busy with work and so busy with college that I felt like I didn't have time to write any music. There's a song on my SoundCloud that I wrote when I was 14 or 15, and I changed all of the lyrics. I just rewrote the lyrics because I was like, I don't have time to write music, but I feel like I need to fucking make something. So I was having a real hard time, getting real insecure, being like, I don't have time to improve as a songwriter and stuff, and I was really beating myself up over it. I so have time, and it feels so fucking good to write something that you're really proud of. Or
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
whatever the fuck it is you want to do, man. If you do it and you're you get that sense of pride, it sustains you. It really does. It keeps you fucking going. It doesn't matter how I don't know. Your job could be a little dull, or college could be a little dull. But as long as you're doing what you want to be doing, everything else fucking flies.
So just if you're listening to this and you don't know about it, there's a gig on in the Tap House in. Is it the Tap House?
No, I don't think it's the top. Find it on Facebook there.
Yeah, I'll find it on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Dara, you talk for a second. About how good Human
about
Music
him.
are.
So okay, here's something I'll talk about. So with Human Music, right? They swap instruments, right? So there's
Yeah,
some songs where Finn
yeah.
sings and plays guitar, some songs where he just plays bass, some songs where Austin plays drums, some where he sings and plays guitar, and some where Evan plays bass, and some where he plays drums, right? Austin drums well, no denying that. But Evan pretty much started drumming when they became a band, and over the course of a summer became so fucking good. It's insane.
As a quick aside, right now, as I'm looking at my Facebook here, I'm getting it. It's Drop Dead Twice.
Drop Dead Twice. Yeah.
The Tap House or the Tap something.
It's on Facebook. Yeah, find it.
No. Let me get the actual, because I feel like people should know. But what I'm looking at right now is we only have 29 likes on Facebook.
What's that about?
Yeah.
What's that about?
54 people listened to the last episode.
Yeah, come
like
on,
us
lads. For
Facebook,
fuck's sake,
dude.
it's written on the thumbnail.
So it's Drop Dead Twice. and it's near Houston in Dublin. It is
Which is a very handy location.
19 Francis Street, Dublin 8, Dublin.
There you go. Punch it into maps.
Even if you can't go there, maybe give Human Music and Milk Tit a
like on Facebook, man. On the old screech.
Because it really does help.
It does.
As much as it helps us.
Yeah,
Like
it also helps
get us to
us.
30
What's
at
going on?
least.
Yeah.
Like, just get us to 30. Like,
Man, Ali is getting very comfortable.
Ali's asleep.
Ali's, yeah. Oh, no, there's the crack of the eyes.
Yeah.
She's getting comfortable, though. I can feel her Ali is, like, lying down now on the couch that I'm sitting on. And I can gradually feel her legs, like, spread out more.
That night of that gig.
Now she's adjusting.
That night of that gig, I'm going to Token.
Oh,
You might be coming with me.
Maybe, yeah, depending on what time
If you're
about,
around in Dublin, like, come with me,
Yeah.
and maybe we can talk about how Token is on the podcast.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that'd be
actually.
really cool because those guys deserve more publicity. They're doing great work. Are you done with your week?
Yeah, I was about to. As you were talking about
ask
Token,
me
I
right
was
now,
like,
Dara.
"Hey,
ask
Brian.
Me right
hey,
now.
Brian. How was Ali's week?" No. How was your week, Brian?
Boring.
Oh, she didn't look happy about that at all. Oh, and she's got the messy black hair. She was all exorcisty. No, more the girl from The Ring.
So I teased this with you earlier.
Oh yeah, bit of sizzle
Yeah, a bit of sizzle
for me in real life.
This week, I have been mostly watching RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah,
that got her. That got her.
Me and Ali have been watching RuPaul's Drag Race. If you don't know what that is, I assume you do. It's a bunch of drag queens compete to be the top drag queen of the year, according to RuPaul. And
is RuPaul like particularly authoritative on this subject?
She is the drag queen.
Oh yeah, the queen,
She
the
is
drag
the
queen.
Yeah.
Okay, dope, awesome.
And
good for RuPaul.
It is all on Netflix, all 9 seasons. We just finished 1 season.
Oh yeah.
There is 8 seasons on
8
Netflix.
seasons.
And I'm very excited to start number 2.
Yeah.
It has been so bitchy. Oh, there has been bitchiness.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I imagine it'd be like America's Next Top Model, that kind of like bitchiness, but not from quite such annoying people. I feel like they'd be much more entertaining and much more like energetic and lively. Yeah, man, vape it up. Let's get this room
I'm
nice
using
and foggy.
Dara's vape right now.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not talking.
I'm gonna absolutely destroy this room. Ready? 1 sec. Oh,
This is awful. Oh yeah, you talk about
Oh
it.
yeah. No, what like Drag Race?
This is Ali, our researcher.
What up? With Drag Race, it's like they are there to entertain. With Next Top Model, it's like, you're just kind of there. Like, no hate towards models or anything, but they're not there to like lip sync and entertain and act. But drag queens are there to fucking entertain, and that's what makes the show good.
a little bit of hate towards models, by the way. I know.
The models are pretty.
Bullshit models.
Oh, wasn't that a lovely tame opinion?
was.
Isn't it nice?
That's
to-
our researcher,
yeah.
Allison.
Isn't it nice in
Sharing her
in
opinion.
between me screaming down this microphone about things I don't know anything about? Isn't it nice to just get a nice tame opinion from someone who's a little bit more chilled?
So I will continue my week in just
Yes.
1 second. All right,
Yeah,
so
there we
we're
go.
back.
That took a minute to get
That
right
took
there.
a minute. We took a little break. Apologies. Dara's playing guitar, but
Ali's back to life.
yeah, Ali's back alive.
I'm wearing a choker now, which is pretty cool. Ali put a choker on me.
I feel like this is all terrible podcast material.
I don't know, man. I think it's
all
it's
this
good
visual
crack, man.
shit. All this visual shit.
We'll
So
put up a picture later of me and the choker of your Godzilla thing.
that's gonna be our picture on our thing.
Yeah.
Because we
fuck
don't
it.
have.
We'll try
we
and
don't have
include.
a movie.
Yeah, we
to,
don't have
like,
a movie to
edit
Photoshop our faces
Yeah.
onto. So we'll try and get a picture that contains all of the random shit that we reference throughout the show.
Impossible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all of the shit that's in
unless
this
you want to
room
listen
anyway.
back to it now. I don't even remember what we were talking
No,
about. 2
I
minutes
do
ago.
because I'm sober.
Yeah, okay. Dara doesn't drink.
I don't
'cause
drink, man.
He's
so
weird.
I'm still
Um,
pretty lit though, man. I've been schooling energy drinks.
All right. So I think Ali, do you want to get in on this, or do you want to just leave it? That you're talking, but like you're not near the microphone, so.
It's cool. Like, hang on, Ali. If you've got something to contribute, just pat me on the shoulder. I'll bring the mic over to you.
Okay.
Okay. So me and Ali watched the movie Christine yesterday,
Yeah.
and it's a John Carpenter movie based on a Stephen King novel about a haunted car, and I fucking love this movie, man.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix. If anyone is listening to this and they have Netflix, go watch Christine. It's amazing.
I
It's
have
so
Netflix.
good.
I could totally watch
Dude.
Christine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do definitely
good.
watch Christine. It's so good.
So it's not an awful Stephen King adaptation then?
Oh no.
I think there's one scene in particular that comes to mind.
Which one?
The fire car. If you want to talk about that a little bit.
Do we need to say spoilers?
It's a movie about a haunted car. Like, what the fuck do you expect? It's from 1983.
Come
Oh,
on.
shit.
Yeah, spoilers. Like,
I mean,
go
like-
watch it. Even if we tell you about it, you're still going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fuck
Um,
it then. Fuck it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Ali.
Do you want to talk about it?
Oh, do I?
Yeah, go
Say
go
something.
for
Go
it.
for it.
Okay. Well, it's a good scene, I guess.
What happens in the scene, Ali?
Oh, what happens in the scene?
Yeah,
Oh.
the fire car. What? Give us the fire
Oh, well,
car.
there's so much to it. It's a good scene.
It's all right. All right. So
I'm real nervous.
this guy gets a car, and it's like a love story between a man and his car,
Okay.
but in a bad way.
Oh, it's not good, Brian. No.
No. It's bad. You're not coming through the mic at all. It's bad because he falls in love with his car too much.
Okay.
It's
And-
not love though. It's obsession.
It's obsession. It is a little bit obsession, but it's also a love story between a man and his car. Let's be honest
It's
here.
not that dude who.
No, the car
Loves
loves
his
him.
car.
He loves the car.
Mm.
That's what it's about.
No. What I think when a dude loves his car, when it fucks the car, like that one dude
Like that one Twitter dude who
who
you
fucks
saw.
his car.
He. All right, there's a video of a guy who puts his penis in the exhaust pipe of a car.
Are you fucking?
He loves it. He
God
loves
damn it.
that car.
Yeah, that was a different thing.
Also a red car. Just
Is this just a random Twitter video that you guys have seen?
no, not a Twitter
Or
video, but
like
a
some random internet bullshit.
viral video.
Because you guys are all about the random internet bullshit.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've seen men fuck cars, men be fucked by horses.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Are you?
There's a guy who died from that. I watched that video.
You've seen many things.
Man, see, because whenever I come over here for podcasting, afterwards we stay up for a little while, and you guys kind of show me the best of the random bullshit that you find. So this is like the other kind of stuff that you watch when I'm not around.
But no, to be real, I know I'm not very good at talking about how good movies are right now because I have drank quite a bit.
I'm here to back him up.
Yeah, but Christine on Netflix is an excellent John Carpenter movie. Really good cinematography.
Yeah, definitely.
Really good soundtrack
Yeah.
because it's done by John Carpenter.
See, what I didn't
Yeah.
say this to you beforehand, but I think he had more fun with the scenes with Christine where she's being, I don't know, she's possessing
Yeah.
the dude who is taking care of the car. This makes no sense for someone who's not seen the movie. I am sorry I talk really quiet. Ow, that hit my teeth. But it's a good movie, but like I do see some faults in it.
Yeah. It's
yeah,
not a
at the-
perfect
yeah,
movie.
I feel
by
like
any
he's
means.
more comfortable with the more
Outlandish.
outlandish out there stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he does kind of drag on with the high school, let's get fucked, dude.
There is a large portion of the movie that's committed to these few characters are really into this one girl,
Yeah.
and they want that one girl, and they're gonna bet $5 between them.
Fucked up.
Yeah, they're,
Fuck that.
It's the
but it's the
80s.
80s. It's the 80s. It's fine. It's fine.
It's all fine in the 80s, man. Man, you know, I remember when I was younger, I watched like Back to the Future.
Yeah, yeah.
And I love Back to the Future. I've seen
have-
it so many times.
I
since
just
then.
alphabetized
Yeah,
the
you're
Back
oh,
to
you're
the Future
fucking shit.
features.
Yeah, but yeah, I remember being like, I had the DVD and I was like, this shit's PG, man, and they curse in this. They keep saying shit,
Yeah.
and I was like, I
yeah.
can't believe they could just say shit in the 80s, and they were like, whatever, man, it's not fuck.
Well, actually, I have an interesting. I went on the IMDb page of Christine after I watched it, because I do that with a lot of old movies, just to hear the trivia behind them.
Yeah.
And one of the interesting things about that movie is it didn't have enough blood or violence in it to be considered an R-rated movie. And
There's a limit on that shit.
yeah, they didn't want to sell it as a PG movie because that wouldn't sell as much as a like horror movie. So they added the word fuck in a bunch of places, and they actually ended up getting criticized for that.
Wow.
But they were like, "Oh, we added a bunch of fucks in there so that it would be R-rated, so people would go see it." And it ended up being a cult classic. It ended up being a cult classic, so that's fine.
Y'all are so lit. It's fantastic.
Oh, I am, yeah, quite a few drinks in. Apologies for anyone who's listening to this and is like, why is this guy not talking in straight sentences? I am so sorry.
Also, I can't project my voice. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the sound waves, and
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Ollie's got a dainty little voice, man. See, I'm loud and obnoxious. I boom, you know. Sometimes I go too loud, I feel. But yeah, so have you got anything else like specifically to say about Christine, or
About Christine, no.
No, I do, because
Oh,
I
she
feel
does.
like I didn't get my point across. It is like what I was saying, that the movie at the start has a bit of a slow pacing to it, because I feel like John Carpenter didn't. It's kind of like
Yeah, yeah.
filler in a way.
No, but I actually have the you talk for a second. I'll come back in. Yeah.
No, it's cool. But when Christine is either possessing herself, the car. Christine is the car, by the
Well,
way.
there's a guy who died
Yeah.
in the car. And, yeah.
Yeah, but
It's not a spoiler. It
Yeah.
happens in the first scene of the
Yeah.
movie. Like, it's also a movie from 1983.
yeah, come
Like,
on,
come on,
guys,
guys.
come on.
Just watch it. It's really good.
We
There's
watched it
great,
2 days ago.
The
Come on.
soundtrack is done by John Carpenter himself,
Yeah.
who still gigs.
That's what I want
Yeah.
to get. The fucking parts where Christine is like possessing the main character, or she is doing it herself. It's tasty.
Yeah,
It's tasty
yeah,
when
yeah.
the headlights come on and she's going after someone. It's like, pick.
There's one
sound.
scene in particular where the car is on fire,
Oh,
like in its entirety, just up in fire,
yeah.
and it chases this guy down
Yeah.
the road. And it's just this one scene. It's one shot even where the car is coming towards the camera, and the headlights they used, do you know, on an airfield,
Yeah.
the lights that go in on the runway.
Yeah.
They used runway lights in the car to make the headlights really bright.
yeah.
But the car is entirely on fire. And John Carpenter's soundtrack is coming through,
it's
and
so
it's
good.
so fucking good.
And like whenever she is possessed and she's chasing after a dude, the lights blink on, and then the soundtrack, the song, the particular song that's playing for that moment, hits,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
oh,
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
it's so good.
So you're saying it's like kind of better at the like the kind of spectacle and the big moments and like the
Yeah.
tension more
Yeah,
so than the
yeah.
kind of like nitty gritty little stuff in between.
Yeah,
Is that kind of the
definitely.
sense that I'm getting here?
We both had a problem with the like early pacing, but I feel like for different reasons, because you were like they didn't spend enough time, or they spent too little time on the nitty gritty at the start, whereas I'm like they could have spent like an extra scene in there just sorting it out. And I feel like but either way, it messes up the nitty gritty, but like as a whole, Christine is a fantastic John Carpenter movie.
Yeah.
Like it's just excellent.
Yeah.
Like watch it. It's on Netflix. If you're in Ireland and you have Netflix,
Or UK.
fucking watch it.
We're
It's
on the UK
so good.
Netflix. Cause fuck us, I guess.
No, we're not.
Are we seriously on the
Yeah,
UK
we
Netflix?
are. We
Ah.
are. We are. Yeah.
No wonder, man. I'm constantly seeing like there's loads of British stuff being put up on Netflix. You know, some
Channel
of it's
4, yeah.
yeah, loads of Channel 4 stuff.
Which I'm fine with because there's a lot of
Yeah.
really good shows on
Yeah.
there. Except for Father Ted has not been put on there yet.
yeah, which is nuts, man. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not on board with that at all. I
No.
know. Anyway, but Peep Show's on which I've watched
Ah.
probably like 3 times in full. I fucking love that show, man.
I have watched it. Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
we watched the last season?
Of Peep Show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do not remember it.
You don't remember it?
No.
It's great. If anyone
Yeah,
hasn't watched
yeah.
Peep Show, the writing in it is fan-fucking-tastic. It's so funny.
Watch Peep Show and also watch That Mitchell and Webb Look,
Oh yeah.
which is a sketch show done by those guys,
Yeah.
and it's fucking
It's very good.
hilarious.
And the majority of that is on YouTube
yeah.
for free.
Yeah.
No, it's just that I don't remember the last season at all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I think that's some that kind of speaks to like the whole idea of the show in general, kind of really, because the whole idea of is that big things kind of happen for the characters or whatever, but ultimately the status quo never really changes, and that's the point. Is it's like they're stuck in this rut and they're gonna be stuck in this rut forever. So it makes sense that you're kind of like, oh, what even happened in the last season? Doesn't fucking matter. Same thing that always happens. They did
Yeah.
some stupid shit.
Yeah.
You know, they did some really, really stupid dark shit.
I'm not going to spoil it here,
Mm.
but the very last scene of that show
Is very good.
is the
It's-
realest
yeah.
shit.
It's very, very good.
And it just, I love it.
Yeah.
So I don't want anyone to get me wrong right now. I love it so much. It is a fantastic show that ends perfectly. They might be coming back.
Peep Show? I
They-
know that
they
they're doing
said-
a show. They
No.
have a show together at the moment.
They do.
Yeah.
But they said they want to come back in like 10 years' time.
As those characters.
As those
I would
characters.
fucking
And
love
see
that,
how
as
those
Jez
characters are
and
now.
Mark.
Yeah.
That'd be
But
great.
that last season ends so real that it hurts.
Yeah, no,
like-
it is a painfully real ending.
Yeah.
But look,
and that whole show is painfully real the whole
but
way
it's
through.
So it's you see what
Watch it.
I find
It's one of the best sitcoms
yeah,
I've ever watched.
I think it's great because it's got a great blend of that like really hard to watch cringe humor, but it also at the
Is-
same time is so witty. It's so fucking witty.
See-
Like the dialogue is
But-
amazing.
but
it's so funny.
It is, but the thing that I have with it is The Office is so cringe-worthy. And it's cringe humor to the point where it just becomes cringe humor. Peep Show is cringe humor because it's so real.
Yeah, that's the
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah.
that's why it's so smart and so good.
And it's such a simple idea for such a simple premise, but it allows for so much. Like they can do so much with it because for anyone who hasn't seen it, like the whole thing, the reason it's called Peep Show is because the whole thing is shot between their from their perspectives, from like their point of view. So you like the only time you ever see a character is if you're looking through another character's eyes at that character. So everyone is
Yeah,
constantly
yeah.
speaking directly down
That
the
is-
camera as if they're looking at you. And then you can hear they give their line of dialogue and then you hear their thoughts afterwards. And they do so much with it. It's fantastic.
I love that show. It's probably my favorite sitcom
Yeah, it is amazing.
of all of
man.
them.
Yeah.
But another part of me kind of hates it
Yeah.
because that like listening to their thoughts from their perspective is such a smart.
Yeah, I
Like-
know. It's so simple, man.
It's so
so
smart
simple.
and it's so well done
Yeah.
that it just I wish I thought of that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
know.
Just, it
You see what
ruins me.
what makes it really difficult. Well, you see the thing about it is as well is it's that kind of Seinfeld thing, but to the extreme. And it's like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but ABC in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. they're comically terrible people, you know, and same
Yeah,
in
the whole intro, I've
Seinfeld.
been
It's
rewatching
it's
it, so.
it's incredibly like almost panto how fucking horrible these people are, and it's all a big joke. Whereas in Peep Show, the fact that you hear their thoughts means that you can hear that they genuinely do have good intentions, but they're just so fucking stupid, and they always give in to the wrong impulse, and you
Yeah.
hear them make bad decisions.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it makes it so much more real. You can't, as much as you love the
All right, I
characters,
feel
you
like
can't like them.
We've been on Peep Show for quite a while.
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Just watch Peep Show.
You do. Just watch Peep
If
Show
you
if you
have
haven't.
the opportunity, it's probably one of the best sitcoms
Yeah.
ever.
It's
written.
as funny as all the screenshots would suggest.
Yeah. Also watch. Oh, actually, the Peep Show out of context Facebook.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
No,
It used to be better, but
I had one
every
of
now and
my.
then you still get a good.
All right, I'm gonna throw some shade.
Oh,
here.
here we go. Here we go.
The same thing happened with Louis Theroux out of context.
Yeah.
The Facebook page did an ad, and immediately I was like, I only follow this page for out of context Peep Show. You're getting ahead of yourself with these ads.
You can't, but, like, at the same time, man.
But that's
I
it,
am
if we
so
ever do
fucking
ads,
ready
like,
to sell
we're
out.
cool.
I'm so ready to sell out. I don't give a shit, man. I'll sell anything.
So good for them.
Yeah, fuck it.
They
Yeah,
got
go
that
for
big
it.
with out of context Peep Show memes.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, again,
holy
so
shit.
simple, so genius.
Also, if anyone's listening to this, watch Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That is just an incredible sitcom. It's one of the best, in my opinion.
yeah.
Yeah, Ali just said yeah. And I think now is a pretty good time. We're at, how long are we into this episode?
Almost an hour, 50 minutes.
Almost an hour. I think it's a good time to get in the emails.
Yeah.
I'll read an email.
Yeah.
But I wrote a song last week,
Yes, you did.
and let's do it again.
Here we go.
Emails.
Very good. Very good. Now I have to take the guitar back.
You take the guitar back because I have nowhere to put it.
Oh, there's my
All right. So we've got one email from Barry Ironic Snap Neenan.
Thank you, Barry. Oh,
Unless-
and now
no,
a
Barry
word
Ironic
from Barry.
Snap.
Thank you, Barry.
He says, emails made me ugly laugh. Excellent content. Thank you. That's why I wanted to play that before that because it worked for Barry.
Yeah.
And that means it works for me.
This whole podcast is just trying to constantly cater towards Barry so that he
I'm fine
doesn't
with
stop
that.
writing
I'm
to
fine
us.
with that.
Oh yeah, happily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dara's thing about looking at other actors' faces is definitely relatable. I used to do it all the time, although less so now. I'll probably start again now that I've been reminded of it. You remember?
Sorry,
that?
man. Yeah, staring at the actor who's not talking, man. They're more often than not they're doing fuck all.
I've been doing that so much.
They're still getting paid, whether they're saying lines or not. Is all I'm saying. Just fucking act.
This is also a really good point that he makes here. I'd like to add, it's also very evident in animation, and it's a good measure of quality if non-speaking characters are completely still. That's a failure. It really reminds you that they're just drawings. Much like sharks, animated characters die if they stop moving.
Oh,
Which is
that's
genius.
fantastic.
I've been watching the original Dragon Ball animation for the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I'm coming up to the end of it now. I cried a little bit because the time skip happened where Goku goes and trains and then he comes back 3 years later and he's fully grown.
You said that as if I was going to be like, oh yeah, man, that time skip.
No, I wasn't. But like I was watching it and Goku shows up and he's fully grown and I cried a little. I was like, oh my god,
You're
he's
a pussy
so
ass
big.
bitch, Brian.
He's so big.
You're a
He's
pussy
so
ass bitch.
grown.
How does it feel being called out on being a pussy ass bitch in
Can I
front
just
of your
say,
girlfriend?
though, can I just say, you, the Teen Titan, you like Teen Titans.
Fucking
You
love
can't
Teen
talk
Titans,
shit.
man. Teen Titans is the shit. Don't you ever say anything against
The
Teen
original
Titans. I
Dragon
agree.
Ball.
Thank you.
The original Dragon Ball is a fucking amazing show.
Andy, we have a chance to overpower him here. Ready? You have to be ready, though. Ready? Okay. When there's trouble, you know who to call.
No, she's not gonna sing.
No, Teen Titans.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Now we can move on. Sorry, that was way too loud.
I've been watching Dragon Ball,
Mm.
the original anime.
Mm.
Watch it in English.
I'll probably get to some. No, look, man. Actually,
Just watch the English. It's so good.
this is worth mentioning.
It's
right?
such a good show.
I'm sure we've mentioned it in passing, not in any great detail, but I have done a couple of paid acting jobs, and I do enjoy
you
acting, and I
haven't.
would like to, I would like to get more. But
Yeah.
last night,
Shout outs to
Austin-
anyone who's looking for actors.
yeah, please hire us. Fucking last night, Austin made out a list of films that he considers to be like the greatest films of all time. I hadn't seen any of them.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
man,
should-
I'm
you
way
should-
behind on that
yeah,
shit. So he
yeah.
sent me the list. I've got to get through it, because I'm gonna be just watching the occasional film to myself like once a week. Just have my downtime,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what my life's gonna be about these days. Oh, Ali's doing some curls.
But
some
anyway,
bicep curls.
the point is watch Dragon Ball. Continuing with Barry's email.
Oh yeah.
Good animation will keep idle motions like blinking, eye movement, breathing, etc. And the top shelf stuff will have characters react to statements as a good actor would.
Ooh.
So like,
facial
characters will
like
continue to
reaction and
move.
stuff. Yeah.
which is very rare
Yeah.
in animation. A lot of the time characters
yeah.
will stay, and he brings this up. There's some saying to the effect that animators basically have to do all the work of an actor. It's an amazing profession. I have nothing but respect for it, which, yeah. Same. A great example of this is my favorite character in Disney's smash hit Frozen.
Oh, here we go.
A handsome gentleman I like to call Wesselton Guard 2, the one without the mustache. Apparently his name has since been revealed to be Francis. Hilarious. This guy may have zero focus in the narrative, but he doesn't lack a personality. He facially reacts to the weird fairy tale shit that happens in front of him. It's a little touch, but it adds so much to the film. And he leaves a link here
Oh
to
yeah.
the scene, which I watched before this.
Yeah.
And it is true.
Oh yeah.
Some shit happens on screen, and this guard is in the background, and he reacts as a person would react to this shit happening, and I love it so much.
That's dope, man.
I will put a link to it in the description of
Yeah.
this episode.
Nice.
Also, I did as was suggested and looked up Dara's Instagram just to see Shaggy. Worth it. That's a pretty good dog, and that's coming from a 100% cat person. Tell him I said hi.
Oh, of course I
Thank
will.
you.
He'll be delighted to hear from you, Barry.
Thank you so much for that email, Barry.
Yeah, thank you,
Sorry
man.
it had to be read on such a rough episode.
It doesn't matter.
Also, sorry it had to be read by me on this
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
I feel like Dara would have been better for
yeah,
this.
maybe,
I
possibly.
am pretty
Sloshed.
sloshed right now. It's really hard to read
Half
words.
fucking cup. Bye.
Fuck,
Yeah.
dude, it's
That's grand.
it's
That's
rough
grand, man.
out.
Thank you for the email.
Thank
Barry.
you so much. Dara's dog is beautiful. I'm going
He
to
is
steal
beautiful.
him someday.
I'll get back to that in a second. But no, in relation to Barry's email,
Yeah.
Ushin studies animation. I'm sure we've mentioned.
Oh, I
Um,
didn't know that.
And we what? Are you fucking kidding me?
I
You're an
didn't-
idiot.
No.
You're an idiot.
Definitely, I'm an idiot.
Yes,
but
without a doubt.
Yeah.
Ushin studies animation in Ballyfermot, and he's so fucking good. He's such an amazing artist. Have you seen Ushin's art, Ali?
I've seen so much of his art, and I like every single picture he posts on Instagram. Shout out to Oshin, I love you. Mwah.
Yeah, man, for real. Because we shouted out my stupid fucking Instagram just so you could look at my dog last week. Look up O Crow Art. There might be an underscore in there somewhere, or just look up Ushin O'Connor on Instagram.
No one's ever told me about this. Not even Ushin himself.
Yeah, no, Ushin doesn't really talk about it, man.
It's bullshit. He should.
I know, he's so good. And
Because
I
I've
had to sit
seen-
next to him in art for 6 fucking
No,
years, man. I was no good.
I saw Ushin's art maybe 2 years ago. Just on his Instagram, he just drew a picture or two, and I was like, "Oh, Ushin's really good at drawing." I didn't know he was studying anime. I want to see that shit.
Yeah, man, he's incredible.
talented.
He's very,
Shout out to
very
Ushin. I
talented.
love you.
Yeah, and so if Ushin's got like a... Ushin's all about animated shit. You know, he's all on top of that shit.
Called
So
in, he emailed in last week.
yeah, about
with
relating
two animated
to
movies
yeah, exactly.
that are both like I know of them because of their animation.
Yeah, because they're
And they're
renowned. Yeah.
incredible.
So if
Your name
Ushin
has
might have
just-
some like
Wow, yeah, Ali's showing me art.
some Ushin
from
art.
Ushin.
Yeah, really incredible.
It's
yeah,
very good.
Let me see this.
Who is
So
it? Okro.
It's O Crow, like OH Crow _ art.
Barry,
And
if you're
he's
listening to
fucking
this,
amazing.
and I know you are,
Yeah,
check out Okro art.
yeah, it's
He's
really
good.
worth a look, man.
And
for
also,
real.
Ushin is a really lovely person.
He is.
just
Ushin's a fucking
Shout
dope.
out to Ushin.
Yeah, we love you,
like,
Ushin.
I love Ushin.
But yeah, so Ushin, if you've got something interesting to say, in relation to
Email
that,
us,
to that,
you bitch.
to that animation thing, I'd be interested to
No.
hear from you because you know.
Oshin has been watching Queer Eye.
Well, yes, yeah, that would make sense.
I have
alright.
been watching
He has also
Queer
been
Eye too.
watching. He also loves RuPaul.
Yeah.
Incidentally. So.
Oshin, email me about Queer Eye, please.
Or-
I
or,
want an
both
excuse.
of them. Just talk about both of them, man.
Queer Eye or RuPaul, I
yeah.
want an excuse.
Because we're after bringing them
Please,
both up, so we'll just talk about whatever the fuck as we're finding out this week. Oh, Ali's got something to say.
Also, Oshin, I'm like actively liking.
Right now,
Yeah.
Ali is going through your Instagram, just liking a bunch of shit.
I already have a few things liked, but I think I missed a few things.
So-
So I'm going, like, if you get, like, tons of notifications from me, it's me. Just right now, I'm drunk, sorry.
Guest starring Alison.
Oh, yeah. The
Right.
best at this kind of thing. Thank you.
Okay,
So, Barry, we will put that link to that video because I'm going to show it to Dara once we're done here.
yeah,
It
dude,
is,
for
it is
sure.
very just
Yeah. On the
Pixar are
topic,
great at that.
on the
So,
topic of
yeah,
Frozen as well, because Barry brought that
I've
up, right?
never watched it.
If you never watched it,
No.
I remember I left your house, and I think it was the first time I actually ever stayed over at your house. And I
Oh,
left
wow.
there the next day.
That's so long
I know,
ago.
man.
Yeah,
I left there the next day, and my parents were like, "Oh, you want to go to the cinema with Charlotte and Harry? They're going to see this Frozen film." And it was the first day that Frozen came out, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll go see it. Whatever, Pixar, always good stuff."
Yeah.
And I went and saw it, and like I remember coming out being like, they're on a downward slope. They're fucking it. They're on their way out, and everyone went ape shit for it. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? Tangled is
Yeah.
better than this shit. Tangled is definitely better than Frozen."
No,
Have
I've
you seen
never
Tangled?
seen it. No,
But
I've
Tangled
never.
is better. It's
I got
just a
to
better
a
film.
point.
It's more
I got
fun.
to a point where I stopped watching Pixar movies because I was like, that's stupid. But I watched Zootopia like pretty recently.
Barry's all up on that shit. He's
No,
all
that
about
movie's
it.
fucks great.
Yeah, but
Zootopia
so I hear.
is
Oshin
really
also
good.
loves
Yeah,
Zootopia.
it's a fantastic movie.
yeah, two people
with
who are
really
really
good
into animation.
jokes.
What do you?
No, Zootopia has like really good comedy in it, and just is a good movie with a good message overall. I'm super hyped for Incredible 2.
Incredibles too.
Yeah,
me too,
I
man.
tried to
can't
say
wait.
that, but I've drank quite a bit.
Yeah, me too. That's gonna be
Words are
insane.
blurring together.
Yeah.
So yeah,
bullshit.
bullshit.
Bit of bullshit. What?
Bit of bullshit
Bit of bullshit. Bye.
in exactly 1 second.
Are you?
All right, it's time for bullshit. We're all gonna try and play. It starts with a G.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. Hair like a lion. A curly-haired lion. Bullshit for Brian. Bullshit for Brian. No, I'm not lying. In time for bullshit for Brian.
There,
That's
we
enough.
all did it.
I-
That's the first time we've done bullshit together.
Yeah, I drastically missed that one. A
Oh,
note
I
in there.
Fucked it up immediately.
Yeah, but fuck it, man. Fuck it. Loose
so
structure,
I believe,
loosey-goosey.
I believe it is for the first time in 2 weeks of doing this. It is actually your bullshit, and I don't need to worry about it beforehand. So I'm excited to see what you do. Do you want to pass me that guitar there?
Yeah,
You
sure,
seem
yeah,
like you're
thank you.
worried
Struggling.
about where to put it.
I am, thank you.
I'll hold it.
Right, so let's see. My bullshit's pretty fucking awful, to be honest. But, it always is. That's the whole point. So basically what I wanted to give out about for a minute is the fact that when I was in Subway earlier today,
Oh,
I made an owl fucking discovery, right? So it turns out
Not the Subway that we often go to.
the one in Carlo. Yeah.
No, we don't need to slander the Subway in Carlo.
No, man. I'm slandering, right? Slander is about to take place.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm in
No,
Subway.
but it's not actually slander, though.
It's not real slander.
If any
don't worry.
lawyers
No,
look
it's
at
okay,
this
man.
video-
We've got satire in the tags.
Oh, that's true.
That's an in joke.
Yeah.
So fucking, I'm in Subway. I get my sub, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
I get my cup, which I always get, and I go to the fucking Pepsi machine to fill my cup, and guess what? You can't get regular Pepsi in Subway anymore.
What?
The options are now, right? Pepsi Max, Diet Pepsi, Cherry Pepsi, 7-Up, Diet 7-Up, and Club Orange.
Go for the cherry Pepsi.
Well, no, what the fuck is that shit? That is
it's
not a
good.
substitute. No,
It's
hang
good.
on. No, look. It is important to stress, right, that the reason I love Subway so much is because our local Subway, their drink dispenser, has always been kind of fucked, right? So you always got a disproportionate amount of syrup to fizz, right? The syrup to fizz ratio was way stacked on the syrup side, and that appeals massively to my crippling sugar addiction, right? Now, like I was drinking the Pepsi Max, I was like, all right,
Yeah,
fine, this
yeah.
tastes fine, it's refreshing, it's cold. It's not the same, man. It's not the same black fucking sludge that I like, you know, I take one sip of it and I'm like, ah yes, I could put that on pancakes, you know, like because
yeah.
especially because I'm pretty broke, as I mentioned, I'm skint, right? But I treated myself to this Subway today, and I was looking forward to that fucking syrupy Pepsi, man, and it's gone, right? And this got me thinking, right, because I don't drink so much Coca-Cola anymore. I used to drink it a lot more, but you can't buy it in UCD. You can't buy it on campus, and you can't buy it on Maynooth campus either. And I'm pretty sure you
Regular
can't buy
Pepsi?
it. No Coke.
Oh, okay.
And you can't buy
yeah.
Coke in like Trinity. You
Yeah.
can't buy Coke in universities.
It's
And
becoming less
the thing about
around.
right, I've taken my cap off. I've thrown it on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting.
He's incensed.
Here's the thing, man. I'm 21 years old. If
You're
I,
so old.
If I
dude.
no, if I want to fucking ruin my health with Coca-Cola,
Yeah.
I can do that. All right. The restriction of like, oh, but it's a really unhealthy drink.
Just
So
go for
like,
Pepsi,
I
man.
look, man.
Like,
It's but like I say, like I don't even drink Coca-Cola anymore. But it just kind of offends me
that you don't have the choice.
that I don't have the choice.
But it's a licensing issue.
But look,
You know,
it's I don't know.
Subway can't pay for Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but
they
look,
can pay
okay,
for Pepsi,
no,
you know,
no,
it's-
that's another thing, man. Don't even get me started on that shit, right? the drink dispenser in Subway, all right? I am a Subway veteran. I know my Subway shit, okay? The drink dispenser in Subway used to distribute Coke, right? Diet Coke, Fanta, and then Sprite, which is shitter than 7-Up, right? But that's the only
Oh,
one.
no.
It's the truth, and we all
Sprite's
know it.
better.
No,
Sprite's
it's not.
better.
You're full
Yeah.
of fucking shit.
Sprite is
no,
better
no,
than 7-Up.
No, everyone in the comments, if anyone has any inclination to comment on this,
If
just
anyone
comment
is
on
rational
how
and
Brian
they
is a
wanna
cook.
talk in the comments
No, just
about how
no.
Sprite is better than
No,
7-Up.
I am expecting at least 10 comments just saying Brian is a cook. And if they're all from the same guy, I've no problem with that. You're a fucking legend. Because Brian deserves to hear that he's a cook 10
Sprite
times.
is better.
No, fuck you. Anyway, right? So that was the only one that is worse than the counterpart that it was replaced with. Because then they replaced it with Pepsi, fucking Pepsi Max, Club Orange, 7-Up, and something else. Some other bullshit, maybe Diet 7-Up. But the thing about it is, most of our friends
Take your
prefer the.
Monster Energy,
That's
you
grand.
bitch.
I've got enough energy to be honest. Most of our friends prefer Club Orange, and most people seem to. But I can't drink Club Orange because
No,
them
it's
bits,
too much
man.
sugar.
No, it's not even the sugar. The
Nah, it's
bits
sugar
make me
for me.
feel like I'm drinking backwash. That's what it makes me feel like,
Man,
and it makes me gag. It's
So-
repulsive. But I love Fanta.
on
And
the
they just fucked me. They got rid of the drinks that I liked, and I'm a loyal customer to these. And look, I know that Pepsi are clever, and you know they were like, oh, you know, well, if people don't like our drink as much as they like Coke, we'll force them to buy it when they go to Subway and places like that. You know, and like the Pepsi have been very smart about getting their foot in the door with a bunch of
Pepsi Max
places.
is no, Diet Coke is the best one. I apologize.
Right, as a non-drinker, right? The the problem that you used to experience as a kid, where you go to the restaurant and you're like, "Can I have a glass of Coke?" and they're like, "No problem," and they bring you a Pepsi. That still happens to me
That
all
never
the time.
bothered me as a
It
kid.
always bothered
I
me
was always
because-
like, all right, it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
It's the same
There's a
thing.
distinct difference in taste. And
It's brown and sugar.
yeah,
What's-
look, it's brown and sugar, man. But like, if they had been like, "Oh, we've only got Pepsi," I probably would have been like, "Do you got Fanta?" You know, I would have gone for something else. Don't just like, if someone comes into me in the shop and they're like, "Oh, I'm looking for the Rollin' Blend, right? The Rollin' Blend liquid." I'm not gonna go, "Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna give you the Silk Cut one because that's also a tobacco flavor." You know, I'm just gonna give it to them and pretend it's the same thing. They won't notice until they get out and start vaping it. That doesn't work. I asked for Coca-Cola, you motherfucker, and you said, "Yes, I will get that for you in a minute," and you lied. You lied right to my face, and you can go fuck yourself.
I don't
When
know.
I was a waiter, I always said it. That's all I'm saying.
You
If
were
I,
a waiter, yeah.
When I was a waiter, I'd always be like, "Oh, it's Pepsi, is that all right?" Or, "Oh, it's Sprite, is that all right?" And by the way, you're outnumbered, man. No one wanted it after I told them it was Sprite. No one. In
Sprite-
fact, one old
Sprite
man,
is better
Not-
than 7-Up.
an old man, right? An old man
It's
came in
tangier.
one night, and he asked me for a 7-Up, and this was before I knew that we didn't have 7-Up, that we only had Sprite. I went down to the bar and I ordered a 7-Up, and they gave me a Sprite. I brought it up to your man, and he said, "No, get that out of my face." And he ordered something else.
Oh shit!
Yeah. And I was like, "I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but
I'm
his
so sorry to have done this to you."
but his taste buds are probably so old and busted.
No, you're full of shit, man.
He
You
doesn't
don't
know how
what you're
good
saying.
Sprite is.
No, because you don't know. You don't know your fizzy drink game.
no Sprite.
man.
Sprite.
You might
is
have your
better
stupid
than
fucking
7-Up.
rums and all your liqueurs and all that bullshit, man. I know fizzy drinks, and Sprite is not better.
I've never drank Sprite as a mixer with any drink. I've only drank Sprite on its
You're full
own.
of shit.
Sprite's better than 7-Up.
Fuck you, Brian.
Anyway,
I'm cursing a lot.
don't know
this
if this
podcast.
is,
Oh.
oh,
We just all agreed that Pepsi Max is way better than Diet Coke.
It definitely is. Yes.
No.
Diet Coke is not Coke, to quote Finn Byrne.
oh, that's fine.
2K14.
That's
maybe?
fine.
Long time ago.
I just use Diet Coke in my drinks because.
Because you're a fat bastard and you're trying not to be a fat bastard.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've lost 10 pounds since January. That's fine.
Congratulations. Well
Thank
done.
you.
You
I'm
can
just
tell. You can see
got a
it in
humble
you.
brag
You're looking
right now.
well. You're
And
looking
this
well.
is leading into my other like slight humble brag, is that I went to a different Subway, not the one in Carlow, but one outside of Carlow, nearby, near my house.
Mm-hmm.
I went and got a Subway and I ate it the other day, and I was like, nah. I had like the whole Subway for my lunch, and I was like, nah, I'm good.
Mm.
This doesn't feel good. You know?
You
It
see,
just-
I've had
yeah.
I've
It's
had
kind of a
periods
shit
like
sandwich.
that. I've had periods like that, but I've gotten to know now the people in Subway, who are better and who are good at making the subs, and the ones who are bad. And I look in the window, and if I see someone who's bad at making the subs,
I
I'm
think
like,
you just
not
like
today,
that one
motherfucker.
girl in Subway.
Well, she's very attractive, and she knows my order by heart. And
Yeah.
she's a legend. I walk in, and
Shout out to that
it's
girl in
her-
Subway. If she's
Veronica
listening to
is
this
her
right
name.
now, hey, Dara will take you out.
oh my god, you're a drunk motherfucker.
He'll
you know
take
that?
you out. He'll
You're a
take you out
drunk motherfucker.
to the Ritz.
I'll take you out to
Where do people go for dates?
I
in
don't
Carlow?
know.
I
Is
don't
there?
know.
I don't know. Nowhere.
That barbecue place, the Boneyard.
The Boneyard.
Is that it? Yeah, the Boneyard is really nice.
Oh yeah.
You can take a girl out there. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I'll take.
Hey,
this,
Subway girl.
I'll take this
Subway
this
girl.
girl whose name I only know because she recently got a name tag. I'm gonna take this girl whose first name I know and who I've never really spoken to other than like between a counter.
Hey, you've
I'm
sent
gonna
me some
take her.
messages.
I'm
You-
gonna take her. Oh yeah. Fuck off. I'm gonna take her to dinner with my zero money. That's what's gonna happen. That's what you're suggesting happens right now.
Dara, if she listens to this podcast somehow, and she's like, yeah, sure, I'll pay for that dinner.
Don't worry, my charm
Because that's
pays.
worth it. It's
pays,
hilarious.
yeah.
If
But
someone
this-
listened to this and said, yeah, those guys seem sound, then I'd be like, oh, that's crazy. I'd put money on that.
This, interestingly enough, this actually does kind of tie into something I wanted to touch on.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
please. Let's move away from
Yeah,
this.
it was fucking.
This is not interesting.
yeah,
Subway
fucking-
talk sucks.
Yeah, listen, man. Tinder.
Oh yeah,
right?
you're talking to
Yeah, fucking man, Tinder's no good. It's no fucking good. And you wouldn't really expect it to be any good. Well, you kind of would. I don't know, man. It's crazy.
Not in Carlo.
Not in Carlo. Not anywhere, man. It's the same fucking shit
No,
everywhere
I
you
can
go.
see Tinder being good in like America somewhere.
Yeah,
where there's like
yeah.
50 million people in one city.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
like,
yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, you see, like, oh.
Ali has something to say.
Why is it such a big deal? No, see, with dudes, because I've taken over Tinders, and with girls, it's like anything goes. You swipe right, you match.
Every time.
Yeah, it's with dudes. It's like girls are just bitches. So just go for it. This is my shout out to all the girls. Just go for it. You might talk to me, being a Dara, and I might be weird, but it doesn't matter because it's Dara.
It is Dara. It is Dara. Well, look, because funny enough.
Well, if you're talking
enough,
to Dara, it might be Ali.
this is why I wanted to bring this up, right? Because since starting on Tinder, right? I have had two. Well, I suppose I've had maybe three, like legitimately good conversations with people, right? And one of them, the best conversation I've had, was with someone whose profile picture. They only had one picture on their profile, and it was a picture of Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith.
You sent
and their
that
name
to the
was
group
just
chat
Anakin.
And it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and I
Shout out to Anakin.
Shout out to Anakin, whoever you are.
That's
because
hilarious.
I talked to Anakin for like 2 days about music because Anakin's anthem.
What did you start Anakin with a quote from that movie?
No. I no, but because this.
Why
is,
wouldn't you have started that chat with "You are the chosen one"?
No, that would have been.
I
good.
have the high ground.
That would have been good.
I have the high
the
ground.
chosen one's better, I think. But no, because Anakin's anthem on Spotify, which is attached to the profile, was "Bleach" by Brockhampton.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like,
that's really good.
Yeah, I was like, that's dope. And so we had a great conversation about music that lasted like 2 days, and we were just chatting away. And at no point was I to be fair, at a couple points I was like, this could just be a dude, but I didn't really care because I was like, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm finally having a good conversation on Tinder. It's just, that's not the way. That's not how human beings are supposed to interact with each other. But we were discussing this earlier. The problem is, like, how the fuck are they supposed to? How do you approach a stranger? With what happened with Anakin was, Anakin mentioned the academy in Dublin, and I was like, do you live in Dublin? And then Anakin stopped replying. So I feel like Anakin was like, I'm not about the. If I wanted you to know who the fuck I was or what I'm up to, I wouldn't have a picture of Anakin Skywalker as my profile, which is fair. But at the same time, I was like, that's a shame because I was enjoying that. Yeah, well, I don't know.
Like,
I don't mind,
like,
man, because again, it's one of the only good conversations I've had.
Oh, fair enough.
Fair
enough.
But most girls, even if they do match you, if they do reply, it's all like one word shit. And like
I think maybe it's because I've been in a relationship for like nearly 5 years now.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't understand why you would make a fake Tinder account and just talk to someone.
You could be real bored, man.
All right, bye.
Sometimes I was saying this to you earlier, man. Like the only time
go on a Discord somewhere, like of something you like.
The only like I was saying this to you earlier. The only time that I actually do like flick through Tinder is literally just like. I put something in a microwave that is like I set it to a minute and a half, and I'm like, well, I've got this minute and a half to kill.
Might as well.
Just gonna do a couple of swipey boys,
yeah.
see what the story is. But like for the most part, at this point, I've totally given up on it. I'm like I don't know. What's interesting
but I think
is
it's good to have it.
It's good to have it
because there's always the opportunity.
Well, you see, what's good about Tinder is that day by day, Tinder lowers. My expectations. Tinder is getting me used to the fact that there are way more misses than there are hits in life. Yeah. Just in life in general, with interacting with anyone. Let alone like
not
trying
even
to
interacting with people, just doing things.
Yeah, just doing anything.
You'll fuck up a lot.
Yeah, and to be honest, the more I've accepted the likelihood that things aren't going to go the way I hope that they will or want them to.
Yeah, we're all going through
I'm getting
that
an
right
incredible
now,
sense of freedom from that. Because it's just like, well, I don't actually give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
That's the thing, and that's a beautiful thing, man. I really don't give a shit anymore, and I've gotten to a point now where it's like, before, like I couldn't talk to anyone, any stranger. Like I could, like if they struck up the conversation with me, I could
Yeah,
talk back,
yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. But I've never been good at engaging with people myself. But I've recently just come to the conclusion that I don't give a shit what those people think of me. So if I go up to them and I try to strike up a conversation and it doesn't, and they're clearly not into it, they're not up for that conversation, I'm just like, that's all right. I don't give a fuck what you think anyway. I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
anything anymore.
yeah.
Well, like, I obviously do. I
But,
care
like,
about my job and I care about
even
maintaining my home. And
Tonight, like we were hanging out with my family,
yeah,
and you were
I was chatting to Mark. I made your like
there's
9-year-old
none of
cousin
my-
Mark shoot a woman in
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto.
yeah.
Well, I made him. I was like, no, just shoot one person before I leave the room.
No, he ran
It was a
over
good
someone.
shot
He-
too. Yeah, he did. I made him run
Also,
over someone
he
too.
shot those women with the AK-47.
Yeah. Oh.
GTA 5.
Yeah, GTA
Fun
5.
game.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to
shout out.
get those
GTA
murderous
5.
impulses out every now and then, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good to just be like, oh, you know, I wish
Sometimes
I could
you're
do this in
listening to
real
a
life.
podcast and you're just like, I want a game where I can just drive around and maybe slam my car into some people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just put on GTA 5 and
Yeah.
listen to whatever podcast you're listening to.
Yeah, we see
Um,
because okay, so like to tie back to the Tinder thing for a minute.
Yeah,
right. The reason I
please
find it
do.
interesting is this is the first time that myself, Finn, and Austin have been single at the same time since we were like maybe 14 or 15. And even at that, like I'd say Austin could have not been single at that point. Like, so this is the first time it's happened in a long time, and it's cool. It's funny having us all like experience the same kind of thing on Tinder and stuff. And like Austin's been single longer, so he's like a bit more used to it, and so he's kind of like he's rolling with it, and Finn and I are like learning to roll with it. But it's just become, it's not even like there isn't even that much pursuit going on anymore. It's literally just become like an experiment. It's like, fuck it, I'll try and have this conversation with this person. It's nice to kind of step outside of your comfort zone a little bit and just be like, oh, you know, like how do I exist out here? What am I like? What's the story? Am I able to do this? You know, how can I do this better? You know, how can I just be more comfortable? That's all it is, man. It's just be
Tinder,
comfortable.
I think, is even from someone who doesn't ever use. I've never used Tinder, but like, it's just that's how it is now. You use Tinder now because walking up to someone in a bar
It's weird.
and talking to them is
It's
considered
become weird. It's become a
weird.
weird thing to do.
And that's weird to me.
It is.
because I
It's
feel
weird.
Like that's
it's sad.
Weird.
It's sad that's
It's kind
weird.
of sad, but like you roll with the punches. And
Yeah,
just
man. That's
go with whatever happens.
We didn't fucking design this world. We were just born into it. You know,
I
this is the way it's
wish-
happening.
I wish we could end on a better.
Better note than that.
Better note,
let me think. Have I got anything to complain about? Oh, hang on. Shit. This is a pretty good story.
Okay.
I didn't tell you this earlier intentionally, right?
Great.
So I'm in work yesterday, right? And the like two lads were usually there, and as well as those two lads, fucking Kinsey, who was like one of the higher up fellas, he was there as well. And I can't remember how it came up in conversation, but they were like, "How many push-ups can you do, Dara?" And I was like, 20. And they were like, "Bullshit." And they just threw such mad shade. They were like, "Oh, bullshit." I was like, you fucking with my shit? You trying to fuck with my shit? You trying to fuck with my shit?"
Competition's
And so behind
brewing.
the counter in my work uniform, I was like, "All right, here we go, man." And I started doing push-ups. I got to 30.
Ooh.
Fucking sickened those motherfuckers.
Strong man.
I'm a lean man. That's the thing, man. I ain't got that much weight to push up. You know?
I feel like after this podcast, I'm gonna go do some push-ups.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how many push-ups I can do.
We'll do them across from each other. We'll see who can keep going the longest.
I feel like I could do 30 if I wasn't
drunk.
drunk. But I feel like I could do 30 right now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you've got
So
the
we'll
confidence
see.
to do
We'll see.
30.
I've got the confidence.
You're gonna go with confidence to try anyway.
But I think on that note, I think it's 11.5.
11.5.
We tried our best.
We gave it a fucking go, lads. We're sorry about. Was that That was the uke, wasn't it?
That was the uke.
That's fine. That's
It's
fine.
not your uke. so who
Sorry,
cares?
Austin.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's grand. It's grand.
Sorry
Um,
about next week. We will have Shin Godzilla, the Hideki Anno directed, googly-eyed motherfucker.
We're gonna have
walking
such
around
keen
in
insights,
Tokyo.
man. The keenest of insights.
It's gonna be hype.
Yeah, hype
'Cause
as fuck, bro.
I have watched Godzilla's my shit.
Yeah,
I'm
Brian's
gonna
all
get a
about it.
Godzilla tattoo.
Yeah, Brian's depressingly into shitty
mean
old
depressingly?
Japanese films.
You're a dick.
No,
No.
no.
We
I
love Godzilla. It's gonna be an interesting episode.
Yeah.
If you listen to this episode,
Yeah.
if you didn't turn on this episode for a second and go, "Fuck this," then thank you so
Yeah,
much.
Thanks for making it through
Hit
this. way.
subscribe. It does help.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our numbers up.
Well, yeah, like fucking anywhere upwards of 13 subscribers is pretty sweet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We're trying to get our numbers
Um,
up. It makes us feel good.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep doing this anyway.
We've got massive
but
egos
maybe
to feed.
subscribe so you can get it in your little
Yeah, your thingamajig,
in
your little
thing,
newsy
your
feed,
subscriber
newsy
box.
feed
You'll
boy.
see it every
Yeah,
week.
whatever the fuck
You'd
it's
be
called.
like, "Oh, it's those guys." Maybe I'll watch that.
Do you ever find it kind of annoying that all these different like
You
media
don't even have to watch it.
platforms?
Just subscribe.
Yeah. Do you ever
Just subscribe.
do you
you-
ever find it annoying that all these different media platforms have like different names for their shit?
Yeah.
So it's like this is your feed, this is your news feed, this is your your main page or your home page, and I'm like, can we just have universal terms for these? Because I feel like they're all the same thing, man. You know.
So hit us on YouTube, which is you're probably watching it
Yes.
on YouTube
yeah.
right now.
Translation Lost Podcast.
Hit that subscribe button. You can see right now down below.
Yeah.
You can, if you want to email us about anything, ask us. You don't even have to write about a particular thing we talked about. You can, if you want our opinion on a question, ask us questions at translationlostpod@gmail.com. Dara, repeat that clearer than I can.
translationlostpod@gmail.com.
We're on Twitter at tlostpod.
Yep. You bet your ass we are.
Facebook, Translation Lost Podcast.
Yep. You bet your ass we are.
Links to all of those will be in the description.
And on the thumbnail.
Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah.
And Dara,
We will definitely be better at this next week.